at the Crew game on Saturday, and what a confidence-boosting win that must have been.
Yeah, it was. I mean, obviously when we do as well as what we have done this year, and we've been pretty consistent, and we haven't lost that many games. So obviously to lose back-to-back games, you're looking for a response of some kind. And I thought that one, the performance was excellent, but two, obviously the result helps.
I wonder what pleased you more in the result, actually, the manner of the goals or the fact that it was a clean sheet?
Bit of both, really. I think once you sort of go ahead in the game and once you get that second, I think the clean sheet's on your mind. And I think it is of the players. But I think the performance really from the start, there was a little bit more aggression to our game, a little bit more intensity to our game. And we've had that in spells in the previous two games against Plymouth and Fleetwood. There's no doubt about it, but just not enough for a sustained period of time. And, I thought pretty much there was a focus about us on Saturday. And listen, if we're going to pick up results between now and the end of the season, that has to remain.
It looks as though a lot of your players have just managed to rediscover those energy levels that maybe had not been quite been there for the full 90 in the last couple of weeks. Was that fair?
Yeah, to a degree, but I think you just got to, I think if you start games well, you can maintain them energy levels throughout the game. And it's no coincidence that, we started well. We haven't done that in previous games, and we got the first goal, which we haven't done in previous games. So, when you've got something to hold on to, I've been there as a player myself. I know what it feels like. You have that extra bit of energy and impetus about you. And listen, if you've got a bit of ability as well as a group, which I know we have, that also helps.
And when you've got the defensive record that your side have got this season, which has largely been very good, how good is it to be able to take that early lead and then just be able to lead from the front?
Yeah, we've been good. When we've gone ahead in games, the majority of the time this season, we've been very good. And, most teams will probably tell you that their records are much better when they go ahead in the game, because it doesn't matter what level you're playing at. If you go ahead, you give yourself a chance of winning a game. But especially us, because one, apart from sort of real small periods of the season between sort of 2 and 3 game spells, our defensive record has been really good. We've just let ourselves down on a couple of occasions, but the quality we've got and the energy we've got will be a handful for any team if we go ahead. And I think most teams we play know that. We just haven't done it enough, recently, and to do it Saturday was really pleasing.
And has everyone who featured at the weekend come through okay fitness-wise?
Yeah. Obviously, it's just a little bit disappointment to not have sort of Max Sanders involved before the game, and then to lose Harry Anderson in the warm-up was disappointing. But we're just going through one of them spells at the minute from an injury point of view, and hopefully we can come out of it before the end of the season. And by the time we get into those last half a dozen games or so, we're a little bit closer to our full quota.
What's the prognosis on Max and Harry?
Max hamstring, Harry thigh. In terms of length times, I think they're both reasonably short, but again, just frustrating, not just from our point of view, from the players' point of view as well.
And looking ahead to the games this week, it looks as though tomorrow night in particular could be a pretty crucial time with 6 of the top 8, I think, going head to head. How do you look at it as in terms of how crucial is it this week?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that certainly we did on Saturday, and I'm really, really keen to make sure we do, is just keep the focus on us. And, I've been saying all season about, we've got our little targets that we want to maintain and hit and consistently hit. And, for the majority of the season, we've been doing that, and the focus has been about us. And maybe we sort of lost our focus ever so slightly, and I mean ever so slightly, and started looking at the table and potentially what could be and might be. And Saturday was, there was a lot around the psychological side of the preparation going into Saturday's game. And I think it's one of them where, these are the type of games, and I've said it before, and, if you can't win against the sides around you, it's important not to lose, because they can't sort of gain on you personally. And the fact that obviously like you've just mentioned, there's 2 other games sort of going on where, you know, teams around us are playing each other. So, you know, they're either going to, all 4 of them pick up a point, or there's going to be 2 of them that are going to get maximum points, but there's also going to be 2 of them that are not going to get any points. So it is an important game. The players are not stupid. They're quite intelligent people. They'll realise that, you know, a really positive result on Tuesday night could go a long way to sort of like giving us the confidence and belief that we need for the remainder of the season.
A lot of Lincoln fans will look at Ipswich away as a game to look forward to, because I think sort of a couple of years ago when Lincoln went there in the FA Cup, it was kind of the game where a lot of Lincoln fans fell back in love with their football club. Did you kind of get that? Have you seen sort of elements of that, and that people look forward to Ipswich as a game to look forward to?
Yeah, a little bit. And to be fair, last season we went there in the FA Cup and were outstanding. And should have won the game comfortably. We ended up drawing, and obviously they're losing the replay back at the LNER. And even in the league game, I thought we were excellent. Goalkeeping error, unfortunately, on the day from Josh Griffiths. Josh Griffiths, what am I on about? But yeah, it was a goalkeeping error, and we were good for large parts of the game, and we should have took the lead in that game. I remember we had a couple of chances at 0-0, and we should have gone on and sort of took the game to Ipswich, and it never quite happened, and we let them off the hook a little bit. So they'll be in good spirits regardless of the results on Saturday. The reality is they've got a new manager, and they've got, you know, top class manager in charge now, and yeah, I'm sure they'll be looking to get a home win.
Yeah, I was going to ask about Paul Cook and what you might expect him to change at Ipswich, and what sort of his particular style is.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's one of them where, in terms of style, I think even under Paul, you know, they were definitely a possession-based team, and they like to build, and a little bit of more of a slow build possibly under Paul Lambert. But I think with Cookie, he will probably sort of styles will be similar, but I think he'll probably want to do it a little bit quicker. In many ways similar to ourselves, where, yeah, we want to play through the lines and we want to be progressive, but, you know, we want to pass the ball forward as well and do it with an energy.